vibe is a vibe, so your love it was brain. Oh, I know I don't deserve it. Your love is overwhelming. No, and it's
Thank you for staying with us. Yes, that video you just saw. Well. It's somebody who goes by the name of Limoblaze. Limo, yes, Limo, Blaze, one word. He's an urban Christian artist who started making music in 2012, and he has won notable awards, including the African Gospel Music and Media Awards, and he won that in 2018 and 2019. I'm assuming that it didn't happen in 2020 for obvious reasons. You know, COVID-19 was busy doing its thing, ravaging the world, not just Nigeria at the time, ravaging the world at the time. So I suppose there was no award last year. Limoblaze,
yes,
good morning.
Good morning, Mom.
Thank
What
you
does
for
even
joining us today.
Limoblaze mean?
We'll get there. Huh?
Oh, I'm too...
Okay, since
I'm
you've
speeding.
brought the cat out, okay, deal with it.
Okay, thank you, Ma.
Limoblaze, how far?
Fine, Ma.
Where
Thank you
did
for having
Limo?
me. So my actual name is Samuel Imo Onwubiko Jr. So in primary school, I had this teacher who was like, he studied from he had foreign educational background. So he always talked in a way that didn't sound like the normal African way to talk. So whenever he wants to call my name, so instead of saying Samuel Imo like every regular person would do, he would Samuel Limo. So yeah, so the Limo part of it stood out, and along the line we added a blaze to it, and we had Limoblaze.
Okay, Samuel Limo. So your real name is Samuel Imo.
Yes, ma'am.
IMO.
IMO, yes.
Short and sharp.
Yes.
Right. So you've been singing since 2012.
Yes.
Do you sing for fun or do you sing as a business?
I don't think it's either of that. I mean, I get to have fun sometimes when I make music. Most times when I make music because I enjoy it, but it's not for business. I make music because I'm trying to fill a need. So it's more of a service and a ministry for me.
So if the money comes in,
oh yes, we'll welcome the money.
It's like what they tell you in business school. For creating value, money follows.
Yeah.
So enjoy the job first,
Yeah.
and the money will come.
Yeah, but you know,
Right.
Limoblaze,
Yes, sir.
the kind of music you make,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like it, because when she said gospel music, sounds like some dance hall thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, so for me, like I said earlier, music for me is like for meeting a need. I remember when I was much younger, and I grew up in church. I've always been a church kid, and I would go to weddings on Saturdays of some of our church members, like really high-profile church members, and when it's time for the reception, they don't have gospel songs they can play for people to dance to. So first of all, that was a need I felt like, because I was always pained whenever I go and they're playing secular songs at this wedding ceremony. So I always thought to myself, yo, somebody needs to feel this need. Somebody needs to make music that Christians can actually play at their gatherings. And yeah, that was how I started making of music like this.
And you know, we'll come back to this. No, in fact, let's stay there for a while. So you would say it's what you call urban Christian music.
Yes.
The question first, what does urban Christian music mean?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think it has to do with, I would say it has to do with demographics, who it appeals to first. And my kind of music appeals first to the younger generation. And yeah, every young person out there thinks and believes they are urban. So the music definitely just falls into that category of, yeah, this is urban music, because for one, it doesn't fit the expected model of what gospel songs are supposed to be.
Indeed,
like.
because
Yeah.
I'm listening to this music now.
Yes.
And if I don't listen to the lyrics,
Yeah.
I would just say, oh, this is danceable music, like you say,
Yeah.
dance hall music, which will appeal to the young people.
Yeah.
So it's not gospel music that you,
Oh Lord, my God.
stuff like that. So this one is one that they can actually get up
Yeah.
and move to. So
And if you actually pay attention to the lyrics, they're always deep. And
Which
solid.
is the issue? Getting people to first love is the groove.
Yeah, yeah,
It sucks you in.
yes,
Then you keep listening to it.
yes.
And for instance, my daughter, I had to ask her. I saw on her playlist. We just happened to be talking. Told me some of the songs she likes. Okay, you like the song? I like the way you lie. Yes. I said, do you even know what it means? So wait a minute. That's true. I like the way you lie. Okay, so you like the way he lies. Because wait a minute, that's true. What's this song even say?
Oh.
So now she now began to pay attention to lyrics.
Yeah.
Getting the kids, the young generation,
Yeah.
to pay attention to anything mentally tasking can be quite a task.
Yeah.
Have you been able to locate that gap, and how have you been able to address it?
Oh yes, we've had progress over the year. I mean, starting out it wasn't easy, but right now I can confidently say there's actually a huge following of people who listen to my music and music of other persons who make this kind of music too. Because for some Christians, right, especially young Christians, there is a journey for everybody. Everybody's Christian walk is a journey. There are some who the greatest achievements they have been able to achieve thus far is to be able to tune out from secular music to actually listen to gospel music. And my kind of music is the easiest transition for them.
Okay.
Because they can just tune in and it feels like what they like. And then the lyrics is still very great and
okay.
yeah.
Are there many of you making this genre of music that you call urban Christian?
Yes.
Urban Christian hip hop? Or
Urban Christian gospel music.
Gospel, okay, not hip hop.
Yes.
But there's hip hop there somewhere.
Oh yeah, like I'm a hip hop person.
Okay.
Yeah, my music is largely hip hop. Okay. Yeah, now it depends on what we want to call many, because if you try to compare it with the other number of persons making music that isn't this type, I wouldn't exactly call it many. But yes, there are a number of persons, at least well over 30.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
for anyone to categorize yours as urban gospel,
Yeah.
they will have to listen to the lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Because that beat is so contemporary. It's
Yeah.
what you all are singing now. So anybody could just listen to it and say, this is normal dance music, and just begin to shake body.
Yeah, I think what you're saying would be true, but it's mostly true with the older generation. The younger generation would, first of all, tune into the music. But when they tune into the music, it takes a little less than a minute to understand that this is not the regular thing you hear on radio or otherwise.
I thought it was us who listened to lyrics and not the younger people.
Oh no,
Oh, no, no.
Because a lot
young
of
generation, young people like us, we listen to.
No, the younger persons actually, they get attracted by the sound first.
Yes.
But after you get attracted by the sound, like you cannot listen to my music for a minute and not know that this is not the regular thing you hear out there.
Because there's a lot of music out there
Yeah,
Okay, now.
whose lyrics make no sense.
yeah,
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
face it.
yeah.
Plenty.
So then there is also that likelihood of mistaking one for the other.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen a few times. But in the long run, it really just stands out, because in as much as people want to say, oh, your music sounds like it's just danceable music, the people out there in the rough places doing the rough things will not play my music. Because first of all, it's a spirit thing. When you are in a space where you're not trying to do something godly and you hear something, it doesn't really go well with your spirit. So the people out there are not really listening to the music. It's the younger ones who, so the demographic of my music mostly are the younger ones who are still struggling to have a foot in the church and a foot outside. The ones who wants to listen to Hillsong on a Sunday and listen to the other things. So
Very, very interesting.
it's finding
Every
the
other day.
sweet spot for them where they can actually have something that meets the appeal for them on a Monday to Saturday.
Something sounds a little like. This is take a break now, but
Yeah.
it sounds a little like what Kirk Franklin did when he came out. I think it was in 2010 or
Yeah.
earlier
Yeah.
than that, such that people were playing Stomp and you are the only one in clubs. But more of that when we come back from this break. Do stay with us.
Your love is sweet like me, no, no. You make a promise and you deliver. You never fail me, no, no, no. Whatever love is, you ain't a fight on my battles. You put the boy on the way for this week.
But two things stand out for me in that video. One is the fact that I could see Travis Green dancing like an African.
Yeah.
What did you do to him?
I remember when we were about to shoot the video, and asked me to send them clips to like give them tutorials of how to dance. I'm like, I'm going to try because
Just dance.
just try, just move your
dance,
body,
yeah.
just try because you never exactly get it.
Okay. And the second thing is that you are part of those who organized this prayer walk.
Yeah.
You know, in October last year.
Yeah.
How did that really come to be for you?
So when it comes to the thing about the prayer walk, I usually don't like to place like an ownership to it because I mean for me it was just God's move. I was only privileged to be in a place where I could hear what God said to me at that point. So it was more when it started I was like, yo, first of all I was scared for obvious reasons.
Especially because it was at the time of the riot,
Yes.
the protests.
Yes. I was scared, but then I was like, okay, well, this is what we've always been talking about. If God says move, move. So, and I put out the tweet, and in all honesty, I was expecting to go there and then meet maybe 20 people. And then the first day came, and like 1 hour into the prayers, we had like over 500 people. I'm like, yo, yeah, it's really God's move. God really wanted to do something.
Now, this song speaks to another issue for me. It's Easter season.
Yeah.
We always characterize Easter as that period of victory.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's pan into that for a little bit before we sign out on the program today. What does Easter represent with you as a gospel music maker?
I mean, beyond just being a gospel music maker and just as a Christian and as a person who has a relationship with God, one of the things one of my favorite rappers said recently, he said Easter is symbolic of the fact that a loving God would rather kill himself than hold you to your sins. So that's what Easter is to me.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, that's what he did. Because I mean, Christ was killed. Christ
let's
is
say
God.
he didn't kill himself, he got himself killed.
Well, and that's actually quite instructive, and he
Yeah.
expects us to do the same.
Yeah.
How easy in this age and time when everybody wants to go to heaven but nobody wants to die?
I mean, doing the same with God is basically being God's hands and foot on the earth, and the key factor is just love. Like loving people. God is all about love. Being able to love the next person as much as you love yourself first, and love the next person as much as you love yourself.
So how much of that are you seeing in your daily life?
As a person, I do the best I can to love people. I wouldn't want to speak to other people's situations, but of course, I think the world can really be in a much better place. Yes.
So what's Limoblaze planning next?
Oh, I have an album that I'm working towards. It's supposed to be out early June, and before that, there's going to be a number of singles and music videos to like build anticipation for that before it comes out.
And following the album, you've told us there is a need you're feeling. What's the world to expect in how long?
On the global scale of like what I do with music is like funny enough, the larger part of my following is from an international front. Like, so for me, I would want to tour. I would want to travel because I was supposed to tour before COVID happened. So yeah, hopefully the world opens up again. I would want to tour and just really make music, sing out my heart, and tell people about Jesus as much as I can.
This is interesting. We can only wish you the best, right?
Thank you, sir.
Samuel Limo. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Limoblaze.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you
this
so
beautiful
much, Ma.
Saturday morning.
Thank you so
I
much.
wish you all the luck
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so Limoblaze winds up our program for today. I hope that you have enjoyed watching us as we enjoy bringing you today's program. We'll bring you a fresh edition next week. I am Alero Edu, wishing you all the best and a happy Easter. And don't forget, as you celebrate, remember COVID is still out there. If you haven't taken your vaccine, if you're in the bracket that government says should go out and take the vaccine, please go and take it. It's safer to take it than not to take it. Stay safe, everybody.
And that's critical, the latter part of it, stay safe, because ultimately, that is a demonstration of love. I'm Ayo Makinde. Have a wonderful rest of your day.